XM, which starts 6 p.m. Eastern Time to 9 p.m. And from now to May 15th, you can listen for free. No subscription necessary. Just go to Sirius XM Radio, click on Start Streaming, go to channel 127, that's where I'm on, or Progress, and listen to the show. Got a great show tonight. Joy Reid's joining us, and Danny Savalas. But 2 quick reminders to start off. First of all, I'm here to be your MBFF. That's right. If you don't have a Muslim friend, I'm there to be your MBFF. Second, 203. That's how many days in the most important election of our lives, my friends. November 3rd, 2020 is Judgment Day for our nation. If you want 4 more years of this freak show known as Donald Trump, then don't do anything. If you want to end it, this is the time. In fact, I think Biden's slogan should be have you had enough of this bullshit? That's it. How about that? Or do you want 4 more years of this bullshit? Just that sums up everything. Now, today, Donald Trump reminded us from yesterday that he wants to be a king, King Trump, or King Chump, as I call him. And here's the thing. Every day, Donald Trump reminds us of why we need to go out and defeat him, and why we have to get involved in campaigns to defeat him every single day. Today, he was tweeting, following up from yesterday, how he is demanding loyalty from the governors in blue states. Think about this. He literally saying on Twitter that threatening them if they don't support him, that he'll be like the captain in the K mutiny. I mean, in a mutiny on the Bounty. First of all, he never served in the military, Trump, anyway, so that's never going to happen. But think about this. Over 25,000 fellow Americans have died now. In the last 24 hours, over 2,000. Today will be our highest death toll yet in this horrific pandemic we've lived through. There's news stories today about bodies on the floor of refrigerators in hospitals in Detroit because they don't have enough room in the morgue. Here in New York, where I live, we have a mass grave where they're burying bodies which are not claimed or people have no money. And there's Donald Trump demanding absolute loyalty from blue state governors. And what he's saying to them is, if you do not bend the knee to me, I won't give you life-saving equipment for people in your state. Meaning, bluntly, Trump would sacrifice the lives of people in blue states. Mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandsons. It doesn't matter to him. Blue state lives don't matter to Donald Trump. All that matters is loyalty. And there's too many in the media will look at Donald Trump's actions, like when he says things about he could open the states. You know, like Trump doesn't know the Constitution. They're missing it. That's not what this is about. It doesn't matter what the Constitution says. Donald Trump is telling you he wants to be a dictator. Donald Trump is telling you he wants to be the fascist leader of this nation. He's not hiding it. I mean, I don't get what's going on. And last night at his press conference, which we'll talk about more in my show, if you tune in, I hope you will, about what he said at his press conference last night. He also got mad when, after he played a campaign commercial, I'm not kidding, a campaign commercial he played during his rally, that's what they should be called, his live fests, a reporter from CBS pressed him and said, "What did you do in February?" Because in this campaign commercial, he talked about what he did in January and March. And you know what? In Trump's defense, he did some things in February. In fact, February 10th, he declared that the virus would go away in April with the heat. February 26th, when there were only 15 cases of coronavirus in U.S. soil that we knew about, Trump bragged, soon that would be 0. And February 28th, he did his famous brag that I'm going to try to play for you here.
And this is their new hoax. But, you know, we did something that's been pretty amazing. We're 15 people in this massive country. And because of the fact that we went early, we could have had a lot more than that. We're doing great. And so far, we have lost nobody to coronavirus in the United States. Nobody. We lost nobody. You wonder if the press is in hysteria mode. CNN, fake news, and the camera just went off.
Listen to Donald Trump. That is February 28th, bragging no one had died, which was a good thing, but unfortunately, everything Trump did leading up to that, undermining the threat, in that very rally where he slammed Democrats for what he called their new hoax. And what were Democrats saying in the week and a half that led up to him calling it the new hoax? The Democrats were warning that Trump was not taking it seriously. They were warning that this administration not allocated enough money to deal with the crisis. And they were warning that the Trump administration did not have the people needed in their administration to handle a pandemic. All of that was true. Yet Trump called it a new hoax. He also slammed the media. What was the media warning that he called media hysteria? The same thing. This was a deadly virus that Trump was not taking seriously. Yet today, Donald Trump's tweet about the mutiny on the Bounty, Captain Bligh. And the Republicans are silent. And I want people to think of that. The Republican Party is silent. And too often you hear pundits on TV, and I'm tired of this. They go, oh, Republicans are silent because they're afraid of Trump. They fear Trump's tweets. No. Republicans, elected officials, are not silent because they are afraid of Trump. They are silent because they agree with Trump. Trump is what they want. They want a king. They want a king for various reasons. The wealthy Republicans, like Sean Hannity and the Wall Street people, want a king to declare America open, to sacrifice you and your family to go work on the front lines, while the millionaires sit in their deserted studios or at their home studios or trade for Wall Street at their house and don't have to subject themselves to anything. For others in the Trump base, what do they want? They want King Trump to impose Christian Sharia law, to run our nation based on the Bible. And for those who doubt that Trump's base, at least a big swath, want King Trump, I'll share two poll numbers, and we'll go through it more on my show. Poll said 52% of Trump supporters said that they would support Trump suspending the election if he said undocumented immigrants, which they call illegals, were going to vote. They were concerned about the integrity. Another poll of Trumpers, 44%, would support Donald Trump closing down media outlets that treat him unfairly. That's an unfair criticism. They would support suspending the First Amendment. They want a king. So I tell you, every single day, Donald Trump reminds us of why November 3rd is our nation's Judgment Day. Why today we're going to take our country back. Because we have no choice. The stakes are high. So I hope you'll tune into my show to hear this a lot more. And more importantly, you could join the show. Call in. Be a part of the conversation. I love hearing from people. 866-997-4748. Again, completely free. Go to SiriusXM.com. Just click start streaming. There's no sign up, nothing. Channel 127, that's my channel. I'm on SiriusXM Progress with some great people. And tonight, again, Joy Reid from MSNBC is joining us and Danny Savalas. So I hope to hear you there on my show. Thanks for tuning in.